Welcome back to the NSCA's National Championship Series, where I took a stroll down Vendor Row with my brother Justin, who was happily embracing the good spirits of this sport, of course. He even said it himself. You will never see so much industry support in one place. It's almost financially dangerous for some. Today we're going to stop by at Kolar and get some background information, have a chat with Nick Berry on his experience with the brand, and I'll even give you some of my thoughts on what I'm referring to as America's shotgun. This is the part of the video that I ask you to like and subscribe. It's free for you, it means the world to me, and I thank you for your support. We're going to turn it over to Sean to tell us about what makes Kolar special.
Hello, I'm Sean Mainland. I'm president of Kolar Arms, here to tell you a little bit about the company and the product. So we're made in Racine, Wisconsin. We make everything there but the springs and the screws. We machine the wood, the receiver, all the gun parts. What sets us apart in our machining side is everything's made out of bar stock, so a single piece. Most other people are made either by cast or by forged materials, so kind of compare it to being like a mold, so you started and cut from there, but ours is made out of one single piece. So a lot more machining time, but it allows us to use very strong material and keep very tight tolerances. So I have a gun here to show you. This is the one I'm lucky enough to shoot this week. It's got a custom stock on it. Probably doesn't look good on camera, but it's got a lot of offset for my little cheeks here. But what's nice is we are custom guns. So if you need, the stock fits, but I need a little more drop, we machine it. We do it by hand. We just leave extra material. We look at the grip, the palm swell location, so we can do just about everything. We only do about 350 guns a year, so we do pay really close attention on what's going out and can keep really tight tolerances and make sure these things are absolutely perfect. We even have a pro staff shooter here, Nick Berry, if you'd like to say hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi Nick.
Hi Sean. So I've been fortunate to shoot on the Kolar team for the last year now. So it's been definitely a transition. I've been learning the guns through the year, but I mean, incredible gun, even better company to work with. I've only have good things to talk about. I mean, it's really cool to go back and forth, and when we have questions, when we suggest little things, the feedbacks are always great. So no, it's been awesome. The gun itself, what blew me away when I started shooting that gun is like the barrels, the quality of the barrels. I've shot a lot of guns, customers' guns and my own guns, etc. But I mean, I haven't seen anything matching the quality of the Kolar barrels. It's awesome. The rest, I love the mechanical trigger. Very, very crisp, very direct. Very reliable gun. Still learning curve for me. Very happy though. I was able to have a pretty decent first year with those, with third place at the World FITASC and a fifth place at the US Open. We'll see what happened at the Nationals.
A few quick thoughts here. I definitely think that there's something to be said about premium guns being made in good old US of A. Sometimes it's hard to beat the precision of quality machining. As far as what Nick was talking about when it came to switching guns this past year, it's an impressive feat. We all know that we make one small tweak to our comb height and we're all lost, like we have a completely brand new gun, spiraling down in confidence and as well as lost targets. He was able to make the switch and then go on to place third in the World FITASC and then fifth in the US Open. I think that speaks volumes about both Nick as a shooter and as well as Kolar as a gun brand. With that, let's see what they do have to offer.
I'm here to tell you a little bit about our different models. We have the OG, the original. This is our classic receiver. Compared to this one on top, the only difference is we ground the side panel off and rounded it. It's about 1.5 ounces lighter, which isn't a lot between your hands. Our main goal is to give it kind of a different look. I know this one is gloss blued, but you can get it nickeled, you can get it matte blued. I like it. It's got a little different top lever too, because the side, not as much going on, so we put a little griffin on there. And of course, there's gonna be a griffin on the bottom too. Kind of hard to see when it's blued like that. On the top, we have an engraved receiver by Bottega. We call this the Grand. What I like about engraving the round bodies is the scroll can actually go around the receiver and continue, whereas on the Classic, it's kind of like 3 different areas to cut. All of these barrels are ramp taper, so the figure 8 will shoot about 60-40. It's our most popular barrel in any sport, especially in sporting clays. We do have a true flat rib too. The figure 8 shoots about 50-50, so if someone is kind of doing a lower mount, that'll kind of raise a point of impact with their sight picture, so I might push them towards that, but this is still the bread and butter sporting clay guns. Yeah, titanium chokes we make in factory, and I already mentioned all these parts are made right in Racine. These all have the F1 stock. I'm sorry, the FX stock. The F1 was just a little bit thinner here. We actually made it a little bit bigger to get in your shoulder and a little less felt recoil. That's something that we worked with our dealers on, who said, kind of requested it. So what's nice is we don't have thousands of stocks that we have to kind of go through. It's like we can make a change and make it quick and get it out there. And actually Nick Berry has a version of this just with some gold, and then a little bit shinier.
The Gold Grand. So I shoot the Gold Grand with same 32-inch ram tapered barrels. Have a custom stock, custom forend. Balance is really nice. I tried the flat rib. For me, it was a bit too fast. So the flat rib, I'd say, for people who need a gun that's slightly faster, more reactive, or maybe smaller people, lighter people, I think the flat rib is definitely a good option. But yeah, I agree with Sean. Ram tapered is definitely anybody can shoot it pretty easily.
I'm glad you brought up balance too. Our goal is always to balance it at the hinge pin, and you can see it here. So here it's harder to see, but right here, that keeps it moving quick. Even though this gun might be 8 3/4 pounds, like this, it feels like 8 3/4. Right when you go like this, it feels much lighter, much quicker. To do that, wood's always different. We have a CNC program that'll go on the inside of the stock, and we can take out more or less until it balances right here.
Now for my thoughts. This is the first time I've had a Kolar in my hands. You can tell with these guns the quality is definitely there, and Kolar offers something for all clay target shooters. I can't hate on the plain action receivers either, because sometimes simplicity is just beautiful. But when you do want something pretty, it looks like they don't have any issues putting something together like Nick Berry's Gold Grand. One thing I'd have to say is I do like the sight picture on the ramped taper barrel, but currently I shoot a flat rib gun, and I would definitely ask to shoot the Max Clay's flat taper barrels if I got the chance again. I really like the flat shooting gun so I can work everything on the line like I was taught. I like a fast moving gun specifically for quicker transitions between targets. The gun I was shooting stock was a bit short in the length of pull for me, but I could really appreciate the angle of the grip on it. I think that they definitely got that right. It's quite the pistol grip shape to it. I bet with a little extra length in it, it would be easy for me to get my wrist resting straight how I like it. All in all, if you like quality, you like things custom, and you like things made in America, then it's worth demoing a Kolar. The next time you're strolling down Venero at the US Nationals, stop on in at Kolar. You might just find something you've been looking for.